And he doesn't take a second wound.
Okay.
I don't know what his life is, though. I have no idea how many wounds he can take. I know if we have to flip him over, he can take 5 more wounds and then he's gone, but I forget what his number is for how many wounds he can handle. Well, and this says 3 to 9 hours on this card, and then this says 10 hours. But it doesn't matter. It was more than 8, so we had to do at 4 and 8. Which I guess gives us
red health value determines how many points of damage he can take from being flipped over and knocked out. So his health is the red, so he has 5 health.
Sounds good. So that, I feel like, should not be next to the skills. It should have its own symbol somewhere. So we got 9 of these guys. Okay. And we have a max of 10, so I guess we're good on those for a while. Don't know what they do yet.
Does this run hot water?
It does. You have to squeeze it and push it. But if it's out, then we have to add the bottle.
Okay. And the second asteroid, which is garbage?
Yeah, it said ignore it.
Okay. Well, those are the things we encountered, so that's it.
That's the whole turn?
Yeah, I mean, like, the only thing you could do is power the medical bay and put that guy in the medical bay so he heals his wounds. That's all you could do, but, like, I don't quite understand, like, time frame wise how that would work, because technically what we do is we let him sit on that asteroid for 10 hours, and if we have 12 hours to do a thing, then he wouldn't have time to go to the medical bay, I guess.
Probably not.
So anyway, that's that. I guess let's just move on.
Yeah.
Next jump.
It was probably somebody's like.
Okay. Actually, this says if uncharged, you can't use the shuttle this jump. So maybe we have to charge it after. Well, although if we charge it once, we won't know if we. Like if we charge it in turn 1 and then come back to it and use it in turn 5, we'll have taken these off and put them somewhere else, but we don't know if it's charged or not. It needs some kind of symbol that says, hey, I'm charged. Okay, going to jump 3. Energy cap 48, so we lose one of these. And we run into 2 planets. Oh, do those come face up or face down? Probably face down, right? Because then I have to scan it.
Pretty sure everything is face down, yeah. You have to identify things first.
Yeah. But the ship alert or the ship damaged would be face up. We can have little symbols on them that said, hey, when you deal me face up.
It's always, like, the ship alert's always face up and the planets and asteroids are always face down. Okay.
Alright, so we got our planets there.
Now we would, we need to put a power into stage 2 of the hydroponics.
Okay.
Which, I don't know, that's why I asked, can we just, like, shift that one down?
Yeah, I think so, and just leave it there.
Okay. So that
We don't need stage 1 being powered anymore.
Okay. So, once again, our morale doesn't change because there's no reason for it to change.
Any progress yet?
We mined an asteroid and got those.
Was this actually part of the...
Yeah, well, that wasn't part of the setup. We mined for those. So we got 9 of them when there's a total of 10 in the game. So I think we did pretty well.
Okay, so take 2 ship alert cards and deal them out, and we can deal with them or not If they're sabotage, we have to deal with them. If not, then
New medical
no.
supplies, guard duty. Alright, you want me to read these? New medical supplies. The Hollow Doctor has found a way to improve the efficiency of our existing medical kits. Requires 4 green tumbling medical skill in 6 hours. Add up to 3 medical kits to the medical supply storage. Oh, yeah. I think we can also use the medical kits and not even have to send them to the medical bay. Or maybe when he goes to the medical bay, he uses the medical kits. I'm not really sure. Guard duty. Guard the armory while the guard bot is being repaired. Requires 4, whatever that is, and 9 hours. If unassigned, then discard 2 energy pistols from the armory. Haven't even used the energy pistols yet.
2.
Well, if we decide not to assign anybody to this, but we have 6 people.
Well, the first thing we
Standing
would
around.
do is we would send them somebody that's standing alert to scan the planets, so we know what planets are in the area. We feed our people, so we're out of food, so we need to do the standing order to gather food.
Okay. Yeah, so let's ignore these for now.
Yeah.
Because
So,
somebody scan.
what is the who needs to scan?
Where's that?
You guys survived.
Ship contact protocol. Planetary contact protocol, I think.
Okay. Ascertain the research value of Taurus class. 2 crew members, 1 with a science skill and 1 with a diplomacy skill of 4 and above. Okay, so
We only
these
have the
2
one.
have to do that, and they spend, because of morale, 0 hours doing that thing. Flip those planets over. Those are the planets we have.
Oh, just because it matches. Alright. Alright, desert planet. A dry sand world with a few lush oases. Oases. All units sent to this planet take 1 wound. Roll 2 or above to avoid patrols. Right. Oh, it looks like we could go there and try to get food. Got pictures of food.
That's what we're gonna do.
Food.
We can do it.
The other one has food too, so. Looks like this one, if we spend 9 hours looking for food, we'd get 7 food. The other one, if we spend 9 hours for looking for food, we'd get 10 food. So I'd say maybe, well, we have no use for the Enogems yet, because we can't get more than 10, and we don't know what to do. So we could try to get food on both of them, I guess. Right. It seems strange that we're able to go to 2 planets at the same time. I don't know if that's true. Maybe we need a shuttle for each planet.
Well, should we wrap it up for this, or you want to continue to?
Let's try to just get through this one last turn here. I'm gonna say we need a second shuttle to go to a second planet. Otherwise, it just seems crazy to me. I'm gonna take 3 of those. I'll put them there. And some people are going on a shuttle to this planet. Some people are going on a shuttle to that planet.
Okay, well, if you're doing
Where?
food gathering, you need to have green or blue, and so you would send. Is it 4?
Green
Yeah,
or
so
blue?
yeah, so those are the 3 people you could send to gather food.
So this guy was busy with the planetary.
No,
crew
because
theories.
it spent
They already
0
did that.
hours doing
Oh,
it
yeah,
because of the morale. So unless he puts in a rule saying that you need to spend at least 1 hour doing a thing,
Doing something.
then you can just say he spent 0 hours doing it. So he's free.
So getting your morale high right at first is probably.
There's
a
no
game
reason not
killer.
to.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to shoot your morale all the way up to the top because you don't have anything else to spend your energy on.
Yeah.
So really, we could be powering our medical bay and have our morale at max, but like there's been no points, so it's
Yeah.
just in the yellow.
So let's roll for this guy here. 4 or above to avoid patrols. Well, we're gonna have to deal with patrols finally.
Maybe.
Maybe. Alright. And everybody that goes here is getting 1 wound.
Uh-oh. But we don't want our pilots to die, or otherwise we'll lose the game.
Maybe we should have. Well, I think it's fine.
Switch them around.
Switch him around.
Yeah, send the pilot to this planet, and there we go. Yeah.
Alright, so give him 2 wounds.
Yeah. Because who cares about this guy?
You can die.
Yeah.
Alright.
Everything's fine. Do we only send one guy to gather food, or can we send multiple people?
I don't know if it helps to have more than one person.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to.
Alright.
Like you get more food because you send more people or anything.
Okay.
Although, if we do run into patrols, we probably need more people for fighting them. So you want to throw 2 of these guys on each one of those, so that if they run into anybody,
Well, those guys will get hurt, so I don't really want to send people there. But like, if we want to send people there for fighting, that's fine.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, that guy
might
gets
be-
killed.
Yeah.
Who
okay.
cares? I don't care.
You don't. Alright, well, over here. We rolled a 1, so we have to deal with patrol,
Okay.
which I assume is this.
Mm-hmm.
Serene Patrol. Are the Serene aliens?
Yes. These are enemies, I think.
When you face a Serene Patrol, you must always use the Serene Patrol deck. Set up this enemy engagement. Place your mission guards with their attached shards, energy pistol, medical kit, or detonation pack.
We maybe should have sent them with some kind of guns.
Yeah.
Should we pretend we did that?
Yeah, say we give them guns.
Give everybody a
That's the
gun.
Okay.
It sounds like
these guys?
sounds like they can have guns, medical kits, or dynamite.
They can only carry 1 of each thing.
Says with their attached shards, 1, 2, or like.
Okay, well, we got it.
Yeah. Okay. Take the Serene Patrol deck. Deal all 10 cards face down into 2 rows of 5. Now the setup is complete. Turn over the first Serene card to start the combat, and read and apply the Serene card's primary action. Secondary, there is no target for the primary action.
I assume that means if.
Probably.
Solo. Solo were created to punish Serene criminals. To become a Solo gives these criminals Serene a last chance for glory. Primary action. Attack the last human target that tapped to perform an action. I don't know how the human targets tap to perform an action. I don't think we've done that. Maybe they need to be turned every time we decide to use them for something.
Maybe. I don't know. I've never seen
Secondary attack.
No, like there are things on the card to say tap the unit to do this ability, and we
Haven't done it.
No.
It's very small text. Attack the human target with the highest health points.
Okay, so that's
Command.
the command man.
Punchy? I don't know. What does that mean that he attacked him? Does he just get a wound?
What kind of, does he have a target or a fist?
A fist.
Okay, so that means that he will deal damage first. Indicates the unit fights at range. Ranged units deal combat before melee units. All units have a golden combat skill that indicates how much damage they do in combat. Red health value, it tells how many they receive before being killed. Their armor implodes and they're killed instantly, so they don't get knocked out. So there you go. My understanding of it is that he initiates combat with the commander. The commander is going to attack him first for 6. I don't know what the pistol does.
The pistol has a number on the back. 4.
Okay,
So he does a total of 10 damage.
maybe.
Hopefully. This guy has 9 lives.
You guys have these combat system support map. Does that affect what we're doing here, or is that not?
It probably does.
Is that
Always
space
shuffle.
combat?
Combat's word.
Energy pistols. Is our armory charged?
No.
Let's say yes, because like we have all that energy and there's no reason not to. But if we had,
Yeah.
but this is why you decide where to put your energy, like when you do, because if your armor is not charged, then your guns aren't powered up. Like
the
you didn't power the
guns-
batteries, I guess.
It said at the beginning that the guns start charged, and then every time you use them, you got to go charge them again and put them in the charging station.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So
Okay.
everything that's over here is charged and ready to go. And then when we come back with it, we're gonna have to throw it in the charging station and turn the armory on.
Flip the energy pistol to the attack damage side and select the target to apply the damage to. Okay. So, like my feeling about the way it works is that you would do 4 damage with the gun, but then he will also do 6 damage because he's at range. But like if you were a melee character, he would do 4 damage with the gun, and then they would resolve melee combat after the gun. So it would happen first, and then you move on to do the other things. That's my interpretation of what it's telling me here. Either way, he does 10 damage to it,
And
and
this guy is dead.
before he would ever hit him with a melee. So yeah, he implodes, and he's discarded.
Okay. Turn over the next guy, I'm guessing.
Does it explain why we have Elvis in the game?
No, I sent him that as a question though. Like, I don't. I'm just gonna turn the next one.
Do
over
it, I
and see what
guess.
happens.
Yeah.
Another solo, same thing. Can this guy shoot again?
No, because the gun, he used
oh
it.
yeah, huh? The gun is done.
Yeah.
So.
So now he's attacking the commander?
I feel like we're going to die. Like 10
Oh,
to,
we'll
10
see.
to 3.
That's fine. Like, if we do, then that's fine. Like, then we prove that you can get killed in the 3rd turn of the game.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's again a melee, so we need wound counters for that guy.
Say vegetarian on the thing.
Purple wound counters. Says they have purple blood. So it's different.
Alright. So, how many wounds is he gonna get?
He's gonna take 6. And then he's gonna deal 4 to the commander. Where are the wounds?
They're the same wounds. They're
Oh.
just on the other side.
Okay.
I
It doesn't. Okay, so that card is resolved, I guess.
Okay.
It doesn't actually tell me. It tells me to flip the first card to start the fight, and then it does not say what to do after you resolve the first card.
Yeah.
If
I could still share
If-
this video with you.
every single time you encounter a patrol, you have to resolve all 10 of the same cards, that's terrible.
That'll get really boring. And there are, I think, 6 of them that are exactly the same card, and then 3 of another kind, and one of a third kind.
But I can't see any other reason why they would tell you to deal all 10 cards out like they did.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what it's telling you to do. Is every time you have an encounter, deal with these 10 guys in a
Okay.
different order.
Flip the next one. Presumably that's it. Like that's all that happens.
Yeah. So now, same guy.
Okay, so the captain's dead, and we lose.
Okay. So we have lost the game in the 3rd round.
As far as I can tell,
Yeah.
like, I don't-
We shouldn't have sent him on a mission.
well, I guess, but like, I don't quite understand exactly what is being accomplished by the patrol system. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like, if it's draw 1 card off the deck and you encounter this guy and fight him, and that's it, fine. But
But if you're dealing with all 10 of
if
these,
it's deal with all 10 things every single time, always the same guys, and it's just the only thing that changes is the order that you see them, that doesn't make any sense.
yeah. And
And I don't think it's right. I don't think what we're doing is correct.
No, probably not.
But,
But I feel like what you said about why else did I put all 10 of these out here?
yeah.
Other than I'm gonna.
Regardless,
have to
the
deal with all 10
rulebook
of these.
doesn't explain what you're supposed to do with it. It tells you how to start it, but it doesn't really tell you like, okay, and now you're done with this patrol. Like you encountered one thing and that's it.
Yeah.
So
Playtesting is important.
that's where we're at with that. Is we think we killed the captain, and we don't really have any proof one way or another about whether or not we did that correctly.
Well, what good parts about this game do you like? Are there some things you like about it?
No.
That's
No.
not how, that's not how
I think it's trying to do things that would be interesting, but it's hard to overcome the complete lack of understanding what the designer is trying to accomplish.
Gotcha.
I genuinely do not know like the framework of what he's trying to set out because it's not explained at all. And it seems like it's very deterministic, this idea of like you're always going to go and encounter the same things at the same time. And all that's going to change is what order of planets and asteroids you run into. But I mean, like, it means that every time your first turn is just going to be you go out into space and you put energy on everything and shoot up your morale and
I
feel like
plant seeds or don't.
ship alert, ship damaged, planet, asteroid, and unidentified ship. Those all need to be one deck. To me. But,
and that
something random will happen instead of every time on the second turn you're going to see 2 asteroid fields. And
Doing that would make it Galaxy Trucker without the put tiles down to build your spaceship thing.
yeah.
Because what you do in Galaxy Trucker is you build your spaceship and then you go out in space and draw random cards to see what happens to have your spaceship fall apart.
Yeah.
Basically, the event deck of Galaxy Trucker is what this game is, but it's cooperative, but it doesn't really feel like anything is happening. And it's just really not clear exactly what is trying to be accomplished with it.
I think it's spread too thin on too many boards. That's one of the problems. But a cool aspect of it is the depth of the detail, like having hydroponics and weapon systems. I like that aspect. It would be interesting if more of that was easier to understand, as you've said, and the instructions more complete. At this point, it's like a first draft.
Yeah. I think if you're going to have all these crazy things that you can deal with on your spaceship, then you need to either... I think if you're going to have all those crazy things you can deal with, you need to have it be more in-depth. Like, you know, hydroponics is just kind of a place where you put seeds and they will grow eventually, and that's it.
Yeah.
But you've got a whole board for that.
Yeah, you can throw all the analysis on.
The other game I would compare it to is Space Cadets, which is a game where everybody takes on a specific role, is also cooperative, and everybody is doing like a different kind of mini game, and it's a real time. All these things are happening at the same time, and this isn't like that because it's not real time, and there's no real tension, and nobody is really taking on a role. We're all just kind of like sitting here going, okay, well, I guess we'll do this kind of thing.
Yeah, I didn't have much participation in this game.
Yeah, you got up and left for like a turn, and it didn't
I
matter.
couldn't tell when my turn would start. If there
was no
a
turn.
You don't have a turn. We
just
talk about it,
discuss it.
discuss it, and
Yeah.
whoever talks loudest or has the best idea that's what we do.
Yeah. And I'm not even saying that it needs to have like a turn structure or anything like that. It's fine to have games where it's like, okay, well, this is happening, and how do we want to deal with it, you know?
Yeah.
But it is really easy to feel detached as a person in a cooperative game that doesn't have a turn structure, and you just don't need to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what this feels like right now, because there aren't really actions that you apply to an individual person. It's just like, these are things that can be accomplished within a round, and you guys need to figure out what you want to allocate resources to and resolve it, and either you made good decisions or you didn't.
Yeah.
More. Yeah, we never got to try these cyborgs. That's another cool thing. I think. Cyborgs.
And there's nothing in this that I saw about the cyborgs. It looks like you just kind of go off what the card says of, hey, you got a dead guy in this vein of skills. All right, you can turn him into a cyborg and make something out of him.
You can tell a lot of work went into it, though. Especially the manual, pretty big. Maybe that's the failing. That there was so much that
Needs to get-
he got lost in it himself.
Yeah, I think it needs to get distilled of, this is what I like about my game, and I want to make it this, exactly this, instead of all these things that it could be trying to pursue.
Right. I think he either makes it smaller or bigger. And
Bigger?
bigger in that it has the capacity to be a fairly in-depth game
Yeah.
with all these different stations happening and everything, but it doesn't feel like there's any point to any of those things at the moment. They're just like hydroponics is just a place where you put tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Every place is just a place where you just put tokens, and it doesn't feel like anything.
Yeah.
So.
You see the cover? 1 to 99 players.
Because there's no turn structure, like you can just have as many people as you want in a room saying, okay, here's what we're doing this thing.
I feel like, I mean, 99 is just whatever random number of it, doesn't matter how many, but like,
Yeah.
there is a number before 99 where the game will fail.
Yeah, but there's no way to test that because you can't. It's not based off of like. It's not going to become too long with too many people or anything like that. It's just it's based off of personalities. If you have a person who is a natural leader, they're going to be like, okay, here's what we do. We do this thing, and everyone else goes, yeah, that sounds good.
Yep.
They're not playing a game at that point. They're just
Watching one guy play the game.
and it's at that point it's not even really a game if it's just one person like making decisions about a thing and everyone else kind of like being present.
Yeah.